Well, well. Merry Christmas, everybody. This year, I have a true story for you, and one I hope that will convince all of the adults there is a Santa. Okay, it's as true can be because it's about me and my son. He was 5, I wasn't working, and all year all I heard was, Ma, I would like a bicycle for Christmas this year. Well, things got from bad to worse and from tough to tougher. So bad that I was sending him upstairs to eat my girlfriend's house so that he would get supper once in a while. But besides that, he also she also had 2 children and a very dear friend to him. Anyhow, I had gotten very sick that year just before Christmas, and I was running about 102 fever, but could not get up the money for a bike. Nope, no bike. My heart was broken. I was down in the dumps. I was very sick. But I searched my entire house to see if I could get up some change. Didn't know what to do with it. But 2 days before Christmas, I decided to check all my jacket pockets. You know how you do when you get really broke. Some of you may never know that. I hope you never do. But for those of you who do know what it's like to be very broke, that's what you do. You go through the pocketbooks and the coats and... Anyway, I found a $10 bill in a jacket I hadn't worn in ages. Now, $10 is not going to buy him a bike. Not even a really decent supper. So, that was early in the morning, and I knew there was a bingo over on 14th Street early in the afternoon. So I said, should I or shouldn't I take my chances? And with that, I decided, okay, I'll take a chance. I had enough money to get car fare to the bingo hall and enough to play. On one side of the bingo hall was a church, and on the other side of the bingo hall was a bike store. And I was so sick. But I had to give it a shot. It's all he wanted. So what did I do? I went in the bingo hall, bought my boards, got my chips, and sat down to play bingo. But because my fever was so high, I fell asleep on some of the bingo boards. But the rest of the bingo boards were anybody could see that was looking. And I knew I slept for a little while, and then all of a sudden, I heard the lady next to me holler bingo. And I picked up my head, shook it a little, and thought, oh, how nice. This nice little old lady got bingo for Christmas. So I said, oh, congratulations. I'm so glad you won bingo. She said, no, dear, you won bingo. Oh, I said, I did. Wonderful. Oh, thank you, God, I won bingo. She said, it's the jackpot. You won alone. Oh, wow, the tears started to run down my eyes, right down my face. Oh, believe me, as hot as I was, they were heating up. I said I won alone, and see, the bingo was $150. Now, you don't believe in Santa, maybe, but she was my Santa. She did not have to watch my boards. She could have came. I mean, I did not know the lady that well, except to see her once in a while. And she could have kept the board, but she didn't. Without knowing even why I was there. So my first thought was, look at the time. And the time was 5:15. Well, I didn't collect my money, but I did run out of the bingo hall and ask the lady to get my money. I had to run down and make sure the bike store didn't close. So I ran out of the bingo hall and I went in to the store and I asked the man, I begged him, please, I have to go back into the bingo hall to get my money, but could you not close till I get back? The man looked at me a little funny, needless to say, and he said, sure, how long will you be? I said, oh, maybe 5, 10 minutes. He said, okay, I'll be here. I went in, I thanked the lady with my whole heart and told her I wish she got everything she ever wanted for being so kind. So I collected my money and I went to the bike store. Santa number one. Santa number two, I said to the man in the bike store, by any chance, my son is 5, he needs a bike with the, what do you call them things, the training wheels. He looked at me, he said, you know what? He said, I still have one. It's in the back. I said, okay. He went and brought out a box which meant it had to be put together. I said, can I ask you how much the bike is? He said, yes, it's $125. Okay. And in the front of the store it says they put them together. I said, how much is it if you put it together? He said $25. Now there's 125 and 25. Made 150. That was without the taxes. So I just looked at him and I said, do you deliver? He said, once in a while. He said, in emergencies. I said, well, I have an emergency. I said, my son wants nothing more in this world for Christmas than a bike. And if you charge me 125 and 25, I haven't even got money to get home. So he said, you know what? It's Christmas. I will charge you 100 for the bike, $20 to fix it up, and you take the rest home with you. Oh, once again I started to cry like an idiot. Tears just ran down my face again. But folks, that's what you call Santa number 2. He said, I will deliver the bike to you tomorrow evening. Now, what more can a person ask for at Christmas time than a miracle? Well, I got my miracle. Oh, wait. It's better yet. The next night was Christmas Eve. My son was up eating in my girlfriend's house and visiting with his friend. And I knew when he was there, he wasn't coming down till late. So the man delivered the bike about 7 o'clock. And, oh, and he put ribbons and bows on it. Oh, it was just the greatest. And I put it behind the tree. And I closed out the living room light. When my son came down, I guess it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I rushed him into bed and I said, if you don't go to sleep, Santa won't be here. I said, you have to go to sleep. That's why I let you play so late. So off he went. Not a question, not an ooh and ah, just excitement because tomorrow was Christmas. I was sitting in my living room thanking God for both of my Santas and thanking God that I won the jackpot so that I could buy my son the one thing he wanted. All of a sudden, my doorbell rang. It was a friend of mine, one who had a very exclusive fancy job and all the things that people have when they have a few hours back then. Anyway, I opened the door and there she was with a bike. We were close. She said, Chad, she said, I know you've been sick and I know you haven't been able to get the money for the bike, but my husband and I decided that Sean should have one and we're going to give you this bike to give to him. What could I say to her? I'm sorry, I already got the bike. I would not be nice. I thanked her very much, hugged her, told her I loved her, tell her husband Merry Christmas, and there was Santa number 3. Now, not many people get one Santa, but I had 3. Oh, hold on. Almost over. Okay, now I have 2 bikes in the living room. A blue bike and a green bike. Blue bike was the one I bought. The green bike was the one that was delivered by my friend. Well, Christmas morning we woke up. My son came in all ecstatic, and thrilled and marveled, hoping he was getting his bike. He woke me up. Ma, come on, let's see if Santa was here. I said, okay. Out we went. You had to see the look on his face when he saw two bikes sitting there for him. Oh, was he overjoyed. He was a lot like his mother, and he cried too, because he got two bikes. Not only one, but two bikes for Christmas. Then we had some toast and whatever, and he said, Ma, I have to go upstairs. I'll be right back. I said, okay. I'll see you when you come down. About 20 minutes went by, and my son came down and looked very forlorn. Oh, God, did he look a little unhappy. After this big two-bike surprise, he was distraught with himself. He said, Ma, we got to talk. I'll never forget this Christmas. He said, Ma, we got to talk. And coming from a 5-year-old, that was sort of, out of left field. I said, and what are we going to talk about? He said, my friend upstairs. I said, yes. He said, well, Lorraine has 3 children, and she could not get him a bike this Christmas. I said, so that means... He said, Ma, I got 2 bikes. Could I please give my friend a bike for Christmas? Now, you talk about not believing in Santa. Let me tell you something. Santa doesn't have an age. And Santa doesn't always have a red suit with white trim. But adults, there is a Santa. And if you ever forget there's a Santa, replay this. I told him he could give the bikes to his friends as long as that's what he wanted to do. At that minute, I loved my son more than I thought it was humanly possible. He waited for Santa, and he became a Santa, all in one wonderful day. So, that's my Christmas story this year. So please, when you're telling somebody there's no Santa, that's not true. There is always a Santa. You just have to look a little harder. Always, always a Santa. So my dear friends, and those of you who don't know me, this is Grandma Sha, and I am wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a heartfelt New Year. And may you all stay safe and warm and become somebody's Santa, maybe. That would be a wonderful thing this year. From Grandma Sha to all of you, I'll be the same till we meet again. With all my love, Grandma Sha saying goodbye.